The bickering in Major League Baseball trying to get the season started is almost more entertaining than the actual game. These billionaire owners and millionaire players are drunk with their inflated sense of self-worth and condescending sense of entitlement, thinking their sport is important to us. The fact they feel they're worth that much money has produced the biggest bunch of idiots right after the liberal politicians who are letting their cities burn down. Both are trying to do something that will destroy the very thing they love. They think they are eliminating racism, but in fact are making it worse, killing their cities and the professional sports in the process. We will tolerate gifted athletes for their stupidity because they're doing something we can't do, hit a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. But we will not pay to see these grown-up babies play a child's game telling us that the United States is racism and that only black lives matter. To have the nerve to kneel during the National Anthem, then put BLM letters on the pitcher's mound so we must see it after every play is beyond insulting. They were not elected to tell us anything, and their opinion is worth little more than the toilet paper they use every day. If they are really against discrimination, they should put MAGA letters next to the BLM letters on the pitcher's mound. In biblical times, sporting events were a distraction from the trials and tribulations of everyday life. With these movements, these events are doing exactly the opposite of distracting. They are reinforcing the madness, corruption, and hypocrisy from which we're trying to escape. We watch sporting events to get away from the news stories that are tragic, subversive, corrupt, and deprived, about which we can do little. The agenda is to overthrow the country and to turn it into a socialistic dictatorship. Most of the players and the mindless rioters are too ignorant to realize they're complicit in this national tragedy. The only difference between the players and the anarchists trying to destroy our cities is the players are millionaires. They all have an IQ lower than the ball with which they play. Most of the rioters have never accomplished anything of note other than being disruptive and antisocial behavior. They are historically illiterate and unable to talk intelligently about their movements other than destroying everything that made this country the greatest in the world. They want to destroy our history, our economy, established rule of law, any sense of morality or Christian values, promote abortion and nihilism, defund the police, and fragment any sort of unifying concept by promoting discrimination and reparations as a solution, and the national media is doing everything they can to exacerbate the situation. You cannot punish the son for the sins of the father. If you commit a crime, there are consequences. If you do not want trouble with the police, don't break the law. If you are suspected of committing a crime, do not fight and resist being arrested. As simple as these rules are, there is a segment of the population that feels they're entitled to do whatever they want because someone oppressed their ancestors 150 years ago, and now we must all pay. Our objective in life should be to save our soul and making the world a better place in the process. That means that we should make things easier for others to do the right thing. If everyone followed your example, would the world be better off? We are responsible for our actions, and everybody is good for something. If for nothing else, then setting a bad example. This is Keith Kuby wishing you the best in making the world a better place.